Hi, welcome back to Times Square today. I am your host, Greg Rollette, and I am very excited for our next guest because she is doing something that is helping so many people in her local community, helping young women to break the cycle of poverty and do the things that they really want to do in their lives. My next guest is Raychelle Meyers. Welcome to Times Square today.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You should be excited to be here because you're
Yes.
doing some incredible things. You first helped yourself get out of a poverty situation in your own life, and now you're paying it forward and helping so many others.
That's
We're going to
right.
dig into that here in today's interview, but before we jump into that, tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
First, I am a success mentor to young women across the globe. I'm very excited because I'm able to develop an online program to help women and broaden my services. I help women who are mostly overwhelmed, confused, unorganized, and I help them break the cycle of poverty, which is one of the things that I did for myself. So I love mentoring, I love helping women, and I love being able to change lives.
That's so admirable, and I want to go a little bit into your story because you had to do it for yourself first. And what I
Yes.
love about this is, you know, you're sharing techniques and ideas and mentoring through your own experience, which is really
Right.
powerful. So, you know, tell me a little bit about your story and how you've made that transition to helping others.
My story began at the death of my father. He died at the age of 51 of lung cancer, and at that time I was 16 years old. And I thought to myself when my dad passed away, I have to do something because I didn't want that cycle of struggle to continue, that cycle of stress and pain that my parents had to endure. So I made a decision at the time of his death that I was going to do something about it, that I was going to break the curse of poverty, and I wanted to start a new legacy of success. So I wanted to start a new legacy of success by generating generational wealth, to pass it on not only to my family, but to pass it on to these women who I am mentoring, to teach them how to succeed and to be successful.
That's incredible. So what did you do when you made that decision, right? And you're like, I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to make a change. What did you do?
I decided that I was going to do some research because I wanted to be a business owner. I didn't have a mentor. I had no plan. I had no idea what I was going to do. So I started researching on my own. I self-motivated myself. And when I started researching, I decided to start a business. Then I started investing in myself. And when I invested in myself, I decided that this was going to be the moment, my moment to take care of my mother, to make sure she was well taken care of, and to make sure that the next generation would continue this legacy of success.
Now, for yourself, you made that decision and you said, I'm going to do something about it. But there's
That's
so many
right.
women that they need help. They do need a mentor or a coach or someone pushing them, someone holding them accountable. So tell me a little bit about the state of the women that you see right now and where they're at in their lives.
A lot of the women are in the same position that I was in. I know how they feel because I've been there and I've done that. A lot of them, like I said earlier, a lot of them are confused, they're broken, they're overwhelmed. They really don't have anyone to lead and guide them to success. They don't know anything about it because they live in poverty, as myself. And when you don't have anyone to show you the way, to have a path to lead you to success, it's very, very difficult. So I am that person. I am their voice. I am their motivator. I am their inspiration. And I take pride in helping these women because when no one else to do it, I will.
That's incredible. Now, your success has been incredible both for yourself and your business, now paying it
Yes.
forward. What is it that continues to motivate you? Like, how do you stay ahead of the game and really help these women?
I stay focused and consistent. And one of the things that I love to do is to provide a new service. Like almost every month, I'll try to stay ahead of the competition by providing something that no one else is providing. For instance, I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
I have a department that's called the Appreciation Department where I pay my clients. Not only do I get paid through my clients, but I pay them to show them that I appreciate them, to show them that they are important and that they matter.
Yeah, I love that. And always trying and testing those new
Yes.
things and not getting caught up in the status quo and doing the same thing over and over again. Now, this is a fun question. I like to ask it to all of our guests here on the show. And it's, you know, if you could travel back in time, maybe this is 15, 16-year-old you as you're going through that difficult time. Maybe it's even younger version of yourself or when you started your first business. But what's the best piece of advice you would give to yourself if you had to go back in time?
I would say don't be afraid to ask for anything because when I was going through, I was afraid to ask people. I was always sheltered as a young woman and I was afraid to ask and I was very shy. So I would say do not be afraid to ask for help. You never know who'll be willing to help you. So don't be afraid, get that confidence and that boldness, and don't be afraid to ask for help, because you never know.
And I think most people are afraid to ask because of the fear of whether it's rejection or not hearing, but in your own life, what happened when you started asking?
I didn't accept no for an answer. And when I did get no for an answer, I kept going. I didn't give up. I refused to give up. Let me tell you something. I became absolutely obsessed and absolutely ruthless about becoming successful, because I refused to continue that cycle. And I was determined to take care of my mother, because I knew that my daddy was no longer here, and I wanted to start a new legacy.
Yeah,
I did that.
I can see the fire in your eyes and the mission and the passion that you have behind you, that not only just helped yourself, but now, again, you get to help so many others with that. And I know there's people watching right now who say, you know what? I need some of that. I need some of that accountability, some of that mentoring, and to learn more about what you have going on. Where's the best place that they can learn more about the mentoring program and your businesses and all the fun things you have going on?
Just go straight to my website, RaychelleMyers.com. You can always reach me across all social media sites, which is RaychelleMyers.com.
I love it. Easy website to go to. They can check it
Yes.
out. They can learn more. Make sure that you go to that website. If you are in one of these situations or you know someone, she can help you out and break that cycle of poverty, creating generational wealth. Thank you, Raychelle, for being here.
Thank you so much.
Definitely.
I
And we'll be
appreciate
back
it.
with another guest in just a minute with more from Times Square Today.